Welcome back to Coin Quest, where we explore the fascinating world of coins and collectibles. Today we are diving deep into the story of a coin that many people have in their pockets or coin jars right now, the 1987 Washington quarter dollar. You might think it is just another everyday coin, but the truth is, this little piece of metal has a surprising history, and in some cases, it can be worth a lot more than 25 cents. So buckle up and get ready, because you might just have a hidden treasure sitting right under your nose. Origins and history of the Washington quarter. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, this iconic coin features the profile of America's first president on the obverse side and a majestic eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse. Over the decades, the Washington quarter has seen several changes in design and metal composition. But in 1987, something unique happened that set this year's quarters apart. The 1987 quarter, mintage and composition. In the 1987 Washington quarter was struck at two primary locations, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. The quarters from Philadelphia carry no mint mark, while those from Denver bear the letter D. In total, the United States Mint produced over 1 billion quarters that year, about 612 million from Philadelphia and about 655 million from Denver. These coins were made with a copper-nickel clad composition, a copper core sandwiched between layers of nickel. They weigh about 5.67 grams and measure 24.3 millimeters in diameter. What makes the 1987 quarter special? Now you might be wondering, with over a billion coins made, how can any 1987 quarter be valuable? Well, here is where things get interesting. Even though these quarters were mass-produced, there are certain factors that can make them rare and valuable to collectors. These factors include condition, mint errors, proof versions, and grading. Grading and condition. The key to value condition is everything in coin collecting. A quarter that has been heavily circulated with scratches and wear is probably worth its face value. But a 1987 quarter that is in mint state condition, meaning it looks nearly brand new, can fetch a much higher price. Collectors often look for coins graded by reputable services like PCGS or NGC. A 1987 quarter graded MS67 or higher, which is nearly flawless, can be quite valuable. Some have sold for over $100 simply because of their pristine condition. Proof versions, rarer and more valuable. In 1987, the United States Mint also produced proof quarters for collectors. These were not made for circulation and were struck with special dies to create sharp detail and a mirror-like finish. These proof coins were produced in San Francisco and carry an S Mint mark. They were sold in proof sets only. What makes them valuable is that they were never meant to be spent. If you come across a 1987 S proof quarter in excellent condition, it could be worth $5 to $10 or more depending on the market. Rare mint errors, jackpot finds. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is the hunt for mint errors. A mint error is a mistake made during the manufacturing process, and these errors can turn an ordinary coin into a jackpot find. In the case of the 1987 quarter, collectors have discovered a variety of mint errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and more. A 1987 quarter with a dramatic error can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the rarity and the demand. Market value and sales data. So what is the current market value of the 1987 Washington quarter? Most circulated examples are worth between 25 cents and $1. But coins in mint state condition graded MS65 or higher can bring $5 to $20. High-grade examples graded MS67 or above can reach $100 to $200 or more. Rare error coins or proof coins in pristine condition can be even more valuable. Auction results have shown 1987 quarters selling for impressive prices. For example, a 1987 D quarter graded MS67 by PCGS sold for over $500. A rare off-center strike error fetched over $1,000 at a coin show. Proof quarters in perfect condition have sold for $50 to $100 depending on the collector interest. How to find valuable 1987 quarters? You might be thinking, how do I find one of these valuable coins? The best way is to check your spare change in coin jars. Look closely at any 1987 quarters you find. Check for mint marks. Look for unusual shapes or details that might indicate a mint error. If a coin looks unusually shiny or perfect, it might be worth submitting to a grading service. You can also attend coin shows or visit local coin shops to hunt for high-quality examples. Final thoughts: why the 1987 quarter mattrs. The 1987 Washington quarter is more than just loose change. It represents a piece of American history, a tribute to our first president, and a collectible that might just surprise you with its value. Whether you are a seasoned coin collector or just someone curious about what is in your wallet, it pays to take a closer look at your quarters. Who knows, that humble 1987 coin might be worth more than you ever imagined. Outro. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the history and value of the 1987 Washington quarter, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating coin content. Let us know in the comments if you have a 1987 quarter and whether you have found any valuable coins in your collection. Until next time, happy collecting and keep checking your change. Your next big treasure might be just a coin away. My friends and coin lovers, if you are new here, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because today we are diving deep into a fascinating topic that could turn your everyday change into a small fortune. Yes, you heard that right, we are talking about the 2006 Washington quarter dollar coin. A coin that most people overlook or simply toss into a change jar could actually be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in the right condition or with rare mint errors. So sit back, grab your favorite drink, and let us take a detailed journey through the origin, design variations, mint marks, and current market value of this special quarter dollar coin. History and background. The Washington quarter has been an iconic piece of American coinage since it was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Now fast forward to 2006, the coin was still part of the 50-state quarters program, which began in 1999 and ran through 2008. Each year 5 new quarters were released, each representing a different U.S. state with unique reverse designs capturing elements of the state's heritage, geography, or symbolism. In 2006, the states honored were Nevada, Nebraska, Colorado, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Each of these had a unique design on the reverse, while the obverse featured the familiar portrait of George Washington. This portrait was based on the original 1932 design by sculptor John Flanagan, though it received some slight modern updates during the state quarters era. Mint locations and mint marks. There are 3 main mint marks to watch for when examining a 2006 quarter. These indicate where the coin was struck. The Philadelphia Mint uses the letter P, the Denver Mint uses the letter DAN, the San Francisco Mint uses the letter S, which is generally reserved for proof coins. Proof coins are specially made for collectors and are struck with a high degree of detail, often with a shiny mirror-like finish. The most commonly found coins in circulation are from the Philadelphia and Denver mints, but keep an eye out for S mint marks, especially if you find a coin that looks extra shiny and detailed. Rare errors and high-value coins. Now let us get into the fun part. Which of these 2006 quarters can make you real money? Some rare errors and varieties can skyrocket the value of a seemingly ordinary quarter. Look out for these key indicators. Double die errors. Some 2006 quarters have been found with doubled letters or images, especially noticeable in the state name or motto. These coins can sell for over $100 depending on condition. Off-center strikes. A misaligned die strike can result in a coin where part of the design is missing or off to one side. These can fetch anywhere from $50 to several $100s. Clipped planchet. This is when part of the coin is missing due to an error in the blanking process. Rare examples have sold for upwards of $200. Transitional errors, although extremely rare, these involve coins minted with incorrect designs or metallic compositions and can be worth thousands if authenticated. Condition and grading. The value of a coin always depends heavily on its condition. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor, which is grade 1, all the way to mint state, which is grade 70. A 2006 quarter in average circulated condition might only be worth face value, but the same coin in a pristine mint state grade of 65 or higher could be valued at anywhere from $5 to $20 depending on demand. If the coin is a rare variety or includes a mint error, that value can rise significantly. Coins graded by third-party services like PCGS or NGC with authentication and encapsulation tend to sell for higher prices on the collector's market. State-specific values for 2006 quarters. Let us break down the current value trends for each of the 2006 state quarters. Nevada state quarter features wild mustangs and the sun over the desert mountains look. For double die varieties, especially in the wording Battleborn or the Silver State, these can be worth between $10 and $300 depending on condition and rarity. Nebraska state quarter depicts chimney rock and a covered wagon. Look closely for any doubling or die chips, especially around the rock formation where the sun rays. Some errors have sold for $100 or more. Colorado state quarter showcases the Rocky Mountains and evergreen trees. Some error coins feature doubling on the word Colorado or the mountain peaks. These can be valued up to $500 in high-grade examples. North Dakota state quarter depicts 2 American bison and a prairie landscape. Certain examples show extra metal near the rim or unusual die breaks. Error coins have fetched upwards of $200 at auction. South Dakota state quarter Features Mount Rushmore and a ring-necked pheasant flying overhead. Some collectors have found unusual strike-through errors or die cracks which significantly increase the value. Current market trends and collector demand. So what is the market like right now for 2006 Washington quarters? In general, state quarters are seeing a resurgence in popularity as new collectors enter the hobby. Many younger collectors are hunting for these state-specific designs, especially coins with high grades or special mint errors. On auction sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions, graded examples can sell for well over $50 to $500 depending on rarity and demand. Proof sets from 2006 including S-Mint Mark quarters in deep cameo condition are especially desirable and often sell for $20 to $50 depending on completeness and grade. If you find a high-grade quarter or error coin from 2006, it is a great time to get it appraised or graded professionally and consider listing it at auction where collectors are willing to pay a premium. Tips for finding valuable 2006 quarters: check your spare change regularly, you never know what might turn up. Visit local coin shows and dealers where you can ask experts to examine your coins. Invest in a good magnifying glass or loupe to spot tiny details or doubling. If you find a promising coin, consider sending it in to be graded and authenticated. Keep your coins in protective holders or flips to preserve their condition, especially if they are high value finds. Closing thoughts. There you have it, folks. The 2006 Washington quarter may seem like just another coin in your pocket, but as we have seen, it holds potential for some serious value, especially when it comes to rare errors or high mint state grades. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just starting out, always keep an eye out for these hidden treasures in your change jar. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments if you have ever found a valuable state quarter or if there is another coin you want us to cover next. Thanks for watching and happy hunting, where we dive deep into coins that could be sitting in your pocket or change jar and might just be worth a small fortune. Today we're talking all about the 2018 Washington quarter dollar coin. You might think it's just another common quarter, but trust me, there are some hidden gems among them that collectors are paying top dollar for. So grab your coffee and stick around, because this is going to be a fascinating ride through history, value, and the rarest versions of this coin you can find. The history of the 2018 Washington quarter. First things first, let's talk about the background of this coin. The 2018 quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. This program started in 2010 and went all the way through 2021 with the goal of honoring national parks and historic sites in all 50 states, the District of Columbia, and the 5 U.S. territories. Each year 5 different quarters were released, and 2018 was no exception. In 2018, 5 unique designs were minted representing Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore in Michigan, Apostle Islands National Lakeshore in Wisconsin, Voyageurs National Park in Minnesota, Cumberland Island National Seashore in Georgia, and Block Island National Wildlife Refuge in Rhode Island. However, all these quarters still feature the iconic image of George Washington on the obverse or front of the coin. This design has been used since 1932 and was originally created by John Flanagan. Mint marks and where they were produced. The 2018 quarters were produced at 3 different mints across the country. You can find a small letter indicating the mint just below the motto "In God We Trust" on the right side of the coin's obverse. Coins with a P were made in Philadelphia, coins with a D were made in Denver, coins with an S were struck in San Francisco. Now here's where it gets interesting. Coins from San Francisco that are regular strikes are not meant for circulation. They're collector coins and typically sold in rolls or sets. Even more rare are the San Francisco proof versions, which were struck with a high level of detail and a mirror-like finish. Coins that are worth money. Let's talk dollars and cents, or in this case sometimes hundreds of dollars. Not every 2018 quarter is going to make you rich, but some special versions, errors, and high-grade coins are absolutely worth more than face value. Error coins from 2018 have been found with doubled dies, die cracks, off-center strikes, and more. One of the most valuable errors is the doubled die reverse, which can show doubling in areas like the inscriptions or design elements on the reverse of the coin. If you spot one of these, you're looking at a coin that could fetch between $50 and $300 depending on condition. Another rare example is a quarter struck on the wrong planchet, like a dime or foreign coin blank. These types of errors are extremely scarce and can sell for several $100s or more. Then there's the matter of condition. Coins that are graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC are considered high-grade and collectible. For example, a 2018 P Cumberland Island quarter graded MS68 sold for over $400 at auction. Proof coins from San Francisco can also be valuable, especially if they are the silver version. The silver proof coins contain 90% silver and were part of special collector sets. Their value fluctuates with the silver market, but they often fetch a premium far above face value, especially when graded. Current market value. Let's talk about the current market situation. As of now in 2025, most circulated 2018 quarters are still worth around face value. However, uncirculated coins or high-grade examples can sell for anywhere between $5 and $50 depending on the design and condition. Proof coins, particularly silver-proof versions, often range from $10 to $30 each, with perfect grade examples going much higher. Errors, as mentioned before, are a wild card. Depending on how rare or dramatic the error is, some can bring in bids of hundreds of dollars on auction sites or through private collectors. If you're holding on to 2018 quarters, especially ones that look flawless or have oddities like doubling, missing letters, or strange coloring, you should definitely consider getting them evaluated. Tips for finding valuable 2018 QURTRS. Here are some tips to help you find the valuable ones. Number 1. Always check your change. Many people overlook quarters because they're so common, but rare ones can slip into circulation, especially from rolls of coins at the bank. Number 2. Invest in a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. It's easier to spot small errors like doubling or die cracks when you can really zoom in. And number 3. Learn what the errors look like. There are plenty of online resources showing pictures of known errors, and that will help you spot them faster. Number 4. Store potential valuables properly. If you think a coin is worth something, keep it in a protective holder or flip to avoid scratching or further wear. Number 5. Consider joining a coin community or forum. These places are full of experts and hobbyists who can help you figure out if you've got something special. Final THOUGHT. So there you have it. The 2018 Washington quarter dollar coin may seem ordinary at first glance, but it's filled with variety, history, and the potential for value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone checking their pocket change, you now know exactly what to look for. Some of these coins are already worth big money, and as time passes, their value is only likely to increase, especially for the rare and high-grade examples. Let me know in the comments if you found any interesting 2018 quarters, or if you want me to cover another year or coin type next. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching and happy coin hunting. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating story behind the 2018 Washington quarter dollar. If you are a coin collector or just someone who stumbled upon one of these in your pocket change, you may be holding onto a coin that is worth much more than 25 cents. In this video we will explore the coin's origin, its unique features, how to identify rare and valuable versions, and what collectors are currently paying on the market. Make sure to stick around until the end, because we will also cover tips on how to spot error coins that can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Let us begin with a bit of history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Over time, the quarter has gone through many design changes, and in 1999 the United States Mint launched the wildly popular state quarters program. That program ran until 2008, followed by the DC and US territories quarters in 2009. Then in 2010 the America the Beautiful Quarters program was introduced and continued until 2021. The 2018 D quarter is part of this America the Beautiful series. In 2018, the U.S. Mint released 5 unique quarter designs, each celebrating a national site from a different state or territory. The 5 designs released that year were for Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore in Michigan, Apostle Islands National Lakeshore in Wisconsin, Voyagers National Park in Minnesota, Cumberland Island National Seashore in Georgia, and Block Island National Wildlife Refuge in Rhode Island. Each of these designs was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia marked with a P, Denver marked with a D, and San Francisco marked with an S. Today we are focusing on the Denver Mint version, the 2018 D quarters. The Denver Mint is known for producing coins in large quantities, and 2018 was no exception. Millions of these quarters were struck, but not all were created equal. Some 2018 D quarters, especially with errors or in pristine condition, are worth far more than face value. Let us now talk about what makes some of these coins extremely valuable. First of all, condition matters. Coins that are uncirculated, meaning they have never been used in daily commerce and show no signs of wear, can be graded by third-party services such as PCGS or NGC. The highest grade is MS70, which means the coin is in perfect mint state. A 2018 D quarter graded MS67 or higher can already start to fetch a premium on the market. Prices for high-grade examples can range from $5 to $30 or more depending on demand and design. Now let us talk about errors. This is where the real big money can come in. Collectors love coins that have striking errors, die cracks, double dies, and off-center strikes. For example, there are reports of 2018 D quarters with doubled dies on the obverse, where George Washington's profile appears to have a shadow or doubling effect, especially around the motto "In God We Trust" or LIBRTY. Another valuable variety is the struck-through error, where a foreign object was between the die and the coin at the moment of striking, creating a unique imprint. Some 2018 D quarters have cuds or die breaks which look like blobs or missing pieces of design caused by die damage. Offset or errors where the image is not aligned correctly can also bring in high value depending on how dramatic the misalignment is. Prices for these types of error coins can range from $50 to several $100s, depending on the severity and visibility of the mistake. So where can you find these coins? The best place to start is your everyday pocket change. You would be surprised how often people overlook rare coins in circulation. You can also buy unsearched coin rolls from banks or online marketplaces, though be cautious of sellers and always read reviews. Coin shows and local coin shops are also great places to search through inventory and talk to knowledgeable collectors. Another tip is to use a good magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect your quarters closely. It can make all the difference in spotting small details that could raise the value of your coin. Let us now touch on current market values. As of now, most 2018 D quarters in circulated condition are still worth face value. However, coins in mint state or with recognized errors are actively being bought and sold by collectors. A standard 2018 D quarter in mint condition might sell for around $2 to $10, but an error coin, especially one authenticated and graded, can go for $50, $100, or even more, depending on rarity. Recent auctions have shown that certain error coins from the 2018 D series have sold for over $200, especially those with dramatic doubling or major die breaks. So yes, it is possible your 2018 D quarter could be worth big money if it meets the right criteria. In summary, the 2018 D Washington quarter is more than just spare change. It is a piece of American coinage history, tied to the beautiful locations across the United States and potentially a valuable asset for collectors. Keep an eye out for sharp details, clean edges, and unusual patterns or errors. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or just starting out, it pays to pay attention to your pocket change. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into coin values and hidden treasures. Drop a comment below if you have a 2018 D quarter or any cool coin finds you want to share. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your next coin be a rare one.